Hello and welcome to UC Today. My name is Kieran, and for this session I am delighted to be joined by Rene Buhay, Senior VP at Aver Europe, and Andrea Recupero, Director of EMEA Smart Collaboration at Lenovo. Today we are discussing enhancing hybrid collaboration. Rene, Andrea, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having us, Kieran.
Thank you so much, Kieran.
Well, let's get stuck into this. Actually, first of all, before we get into the meat of the topic, can you please tell us about yourselves, Rene and Andrea, and the work you do with Aver and Lenovo, respectively?
I manage Europe for Aver Europe, right? So Aver is a manufacturer of video conferencing cameras. So we have multitude cameras, a camera for every room, and I manage sales marketing for the company. And we have boots on the ground all over Europe in all major markets. Headquarters is in Rotterdam, and pretty much support and structure also based in Rotterdam.
So from my side, I'm glad to introduce myself and thanks again for the invite, Kieran and Rene. So I'm Andrea Recupero, based in Milan, and I have the pleasure to look after the EMEA Smart Collaboration business at Lenovo, which is a vertical, a strategic division whose aim is to work with our resellers and partners to drive the digital and modern workplace transformation to embrace the full hybrid collaboration journey. And this by offering a solution which cover hardware, software, and services.
Perfect. I think it's really interesting. Both your guys have quite holistic remits in the work you do, and I think I'm curious to get both of your opinions on this topic. What would you say are the challenges of developing products with scalability and flexibility for businesses of different sizes? Starting with yourself, Andrea.
So that's actually a very good point. Thanks for asking. And I would say, well, it's an exciting time, first of all, around the hybrid collaboration journey. I would say that there are challenges, of course, that our mission as vendor is to translate them into opportunities to accelerate, as I said before, this hybrid collaboration journey. If we can summarize key areas, we have a lot of areas, of course, but let me say the most important areas to make it happen and to support our customers and resellers. First point, I think we touched probably many times in the past, the meeting equity. So it's going to be key and for successful hybrid meetings to promote inclusivity, engagement, and equal participation for all attendees. From the other side, I think a recurrent topic is the employee experience, so the user experience. So our mission as vendor is to translate the challenge into a technology that can bring something new and can represent an advantage and not a challenge by simplifying the user experience and the use case scenarios. And this is from an employee point of view. From an IT management point of view, implementation and manageability. So in a complex and worldwide deployment, it's becoming more and more important, crucial. We can emphasize to offer solutions that can ensure an easy deployment, monitoring and troubleshooting in a centralized way and a remote way, of course. And last but not least, the scalability, which is partially we are touching today along with Rene, with Aver, in terms of how we can build the solution in a modular approach, a sort of modular platform that can combine the points that I mentioned before with a seamless integration with third-party vendors that are certified, interoperated, homologated to ensure a best-in-class audio and video experience with the right level of post-sale support if needed. So building, let me say to summarize, building a solution in a scalable and modular way around a standardized compute is going to be the winning and focal point.
For Aver, our focus is pretty much audio and video. Aver is basically a manufacturer, a prime manufacturer. We are a 33-year-old company, and we pride ourselves in manufacturing the product. We have our own platform. We actually go from chipset up to the finished product. So, hedge as our manufacturing background concerns, right? So, the real focus is audio. So for our cameras today, we have features like audio tracking. We actually track the voice of the participants in a video conference call. Also, on the other side, we have auto tracking, which tracks the video portion of that as well. So these are two key points that Aver drives through in all our cameras. So we have significant features to enhance the audio and also the video, and thus provides a holistic approach to video conferencing, right? And if you're on the other side of the video call, like for example, today I am in London, right? And we're doing the call. So on the other side of that is you have the full experience from the audio and the video side. And this is what Aver brings to the table. Now, on the technical standpoint, we have, in addition to your audio and video, we have AI functions as well that, again, enhances the experience from a user side. And from scalability standpoint, we have our slogan is a camera for every room. That means we practically have a solution for every type of a meeting room, from a small room, huddle room, mid to large room, all the way to stadium, all the way to the house of worship. So this is the I think the advantage of Aver compared to our competitors.
Perfect. And just obviously listening to you guys talk, it's clear that you have extensive expertise in hybrid collaboration, representative of your two businesses. So I'm very curious, what was the motivating factor for Aver and Lenovo to establish this partnership and really produce these hybrid collaboration solutions?
Andrea, you want to take that?
Thank you, Rene. Too kind. So, of course, from our side as well, following up the points and actually the description of the solution raised by Rene as well from Lenovo side, we do have a specific end-to-end portfolio of smart collaboration solutions focused for huddle, middle spaces, and even large rooms. So our strategy, as anticipated at the beginning, is really to embrace hardware, so solution from an hardware point of view, but software for remote manageability with the ThinkSmart Manager, for example, to simplify the IT management, the deployment, the troubleshooting, and the monitoring, as well as the services for complex and worldwide deployment by serving 180 markets across the globe. In particular, I think that if we take into account larger room spaces, we see a great opportunity by collaborating as well and by working closely with Aver, because we are able to provide a unique experience in terms of computing leadership of Lenovo. Let me provide a quick digression about that, because Lenovo is an IT leader and bringing this IT leadership, which is really a big change in this industry, into the unified communication space. So, and to build around the compute a suite of solutions that can be directly offered by Lenovo, but we provide really an integrated platform, so the ThinkSmart Core Plus controller or the ThinkSmart Hub, which can be customized according to the customer needs. And let's think about the Aver Cam Pro 520 Pro 2 with our ThinkSmart Core Plus controller and even a multi-camera approach that Rene can share more details about that. I think this is definitely something that encourage us and motivate, back to your point, to join forces and to provide a set of solutions, an end-to-end value proposition with the aim to support and to help our customers and partners by offering a broader portfolio. Personally, we are incredibly excited about delivering these best-in-class collaboration solutions with an ecosystem of partners like Aver, building, of course, everything around the computer. It's an interesting time, as I said at the beginning, so I think that it's an interesting time from a vendor point of view. And for us, joining the force and expanding the ecosystem with Aver is going to give us as well the opportunity to, let me say, extend our legs into spaces which traditionally were not touched directly and haven't played in particular in the large and extra large spaces, auditorium, and this is really a new trajectory that we aim to give in terms of end-to-end offering, to offer to our customers for a broader choices by leveraging, of course, as a focal point, our computer.
Yes, for Aver side, I guess aside from being two smart guys thinking alike, right? So we kind of like banded together. But really, for us, since we provide the solution for every room, right? They have a need for the medium to large rooms, and I think that's where we hit the spot, right? So I think our solutions, our cameras, really has a match for that particular space for them. So they have a need, and then we basically filling that need for the channel, right, and for the end user and for the customer. In addition to the Cam 520 Pro 2 that Andrea was talking about, we also have other cams like the Cam 570 or the MT300 now that's merging together to have a really complete solution, right? To really have Aver plus Lenovo as a hybrid solution. Now, we focus on two key markets, right? Education is one of them, and higher education. As you know, in higher education, there's a lot of movement, a lot of adjustment due to COVID. Well, now it's post-pandemic, right? So no more pandemic, but still, hybrid education is still there, right? So with the push and emphasis for hybrid education, for online learning, the need for equipping this room, right, with solutions like Lenovo and Aver, right, is key to these institutions. I think that we feel the need for that from a end user standpoint, which are the schools in higher education, universities and colleges. Now, on the flip side of the corporate, even though corporate has not really fully 100% back in, we're still in the hybrid workplace, right? Some companies have 2 days a week in the office, 4 days a week in the office, or maybe a few of them is every day in the office. So with that as well, there's a changing into the medium to large rooms, right? I mean, before the pandemic, it's all about huddle room. Let's make all these huddle rooms. We have gazillion million huddle rooms. But now it has changed, right? Post-pandemic, it has changed into medium to large rooms, training rooms, right? So also we feel a need there. I think an Aver plus a Lenovo collaboration hits the spot. And then you go to the larger rooms, the stadiums, you go to the house of worship. All these things all together is really a different functionality where the two companies provide the best in class solution, for the end user. And I think that's how it's a nice fit. And, also the channel configuration, right? So we also have common distributors in the channel, which we work together to make it simpler and easy or maybe accessible for the reseller to access both products together. So it's good. It's a good match.
Yeah.
And I would emphasize, if I can, about the education, because the vertical approach that Rene was mentioning is key. So to provide solution that can be as well customized according to the customer needs, but the vertical. And education is definitely a key area for the hybrid, as Rene said, and blended learning scenarios. Targeting, of course, the higher education, but can be as well, let's say, an area of interest for the K-12 to K-12 market for, let's say, small classroom, medium classroom, and large auditorium. So I think this is a very good point touched by Rene.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I really like the incredibly comprehensive detail, really valuable insights. But I feel it's a really good, just one word summary by Rene, what it was. Good partnership. I guess moving on to the MTR side of things. Obviously, MTR is a very important concept to both companies. So, how would you say the partnership between Aver and Lenovo enhances the MTR experiences for customers?
Andrea, you want to take that? You want to start with that one?
Thank you. So definitely MTR, so Microsoft is a pervasive platform, we know, and the bundle is, let's say, has been built, and we are working to offer a solution which embrace the Teams Room system ecosystem for our customers. Our bundle, so the meeting the channel bundle, as Rene said, which means that we work with our disties and the reseller to provide the solution from Lenovo side and from Aver side. Lenovo with the compute with the touch control, USB or IP controller for larger deployments with the best-in-class audio and visual experience. This is the kind of approach that we are building. And Microsoft is the ecosystem, as I said, that we embrace. And this is going to touch both the corporate. So let me say from a segmentation point of view, the large corporate global accounts, as well as the SMB area, which we see is becoming SMB or SMC. So the small and medium corporate is becoming more and more an interesting area to develop. And we see an interesting and common request from our customers to rely on a best-in-class solution from an IT point of view, so with a compute, best-in-class compute, with a great immersive audio visual experience?
Well, for Aver side, first of all, in order to be MTR compliant, your product has to be team certified, right? Has to be certified by Microsoft, right? So the good part of that is Aver cameras are team certified. So that's first and foremost, right? So with team certification, of course, same thing with Lenovo, right? So we're both compliant to the Microsoft platform, to have seamlessly that we can work together. So this is the most important thing of all, right? Having compliance to Microsoft Teams Room, and also enables the seamless integration between both technologies, right? Again, for Aver side, I believe since our focus is audio and video, which is the most important part of a video call. If the audio is not clear or the video is not clear, then you have a not so good experience, right? So we try to deliver that experience that you have face to face, but over the platform, over Teams, right? And in that case, right, you have the next door experience, right? You have it's like you're in there immersed with your conference. So some of the features that we have, AI features that we developed recently, is, for example, the voice tracking. So what it means that the camera zooms to the speaker. So if we're in a conference room, there's 5 of us and I'm speaking, right, from a standpoint of the audience on the other side, but all they see, they see what I call a panoramic view of the people, of everybody in the room, but also it focuses on the speaker. Now, if Andrea, who's next to me, started talking, then the camera will zoom into him. So this is what we call audio tracking. So this is a technology that we actually is developed and pushing out there. That is, I think, the best in class in the cameras today. Now, on the other flip side of that, if we're doing what we call a training session, right? So let's say I'm doing the training session. I'm in front of my whiteboard, in front of my on my panel. Then same thing. When I walk, the camera tracks me. From the audience on the other side, right, of the call, they can follow that. As soon as I'm moving left and right, the camera tracks me. So those are the key things for us, right? So, and again, all this enhances for the MTR. So we deliver that solution because now, corporations or even higher learning are moving to, MTR.
Perfect. No, that was really insightful. Thank you. I think maybe obviously out on the journalist, you were not as into the nitty gritty detail as yourself. So it's really interesting hearing just how expansive a lot of these different solutions could be. And maybe sort of stretching back a bit to more of a broader, almost cultural question. I'm really curious to get your guys' views on this, and especially about this partnership. How would you say it addresses the evolving needs of modern businesses as they're adapting to remote and hybrid working as the new normal? How much was that in your mind, and how the strategy behind this partnership?
Yep, I'll take a stab at this one. Right. For us, really looking into the pain points of the customer is key. What is really needed from a customer point of view? We just had a workshop in Netherlands. That's why I'm back in Europe, right? We just had a workshop in our headquarters, and the question was, how do we relay this message to our end users, our customers? Because everybody is focused on the specs, on the product, 4K or 20x zoom or whatever, right? But they sometimes forget, what exactly do you need, right? What exactly do you need, right? And this is the question, that's actually not being asked. So from our standpoint, since we have a wide breadth of a solution, we have to really pinpoint, hey, what do you need, right? In an MTR scenario, like, hey, now we have a Lenovo and Aver partnership, but what size room are you looking to deploy in, right? What other areas of concern, right, are you looking at? Are you looking at, of course, the size of the room, right? But what other consideration what other things has to be considered into building that room, right? So it's just like a step back, before we actually offer the solution, right? So this is, for us, I think, is key, right? We just launched a new product called the MT300. It's really, a multifunction box, like a matrix box. It's like an all-in-one. We have a reseller. I was in London today in Canary Wharf, and we met with a reseller, and they called, "Hey, Rene, when are you going to bring the magic box?" They call it the magic box, right? So for us, wow, that's pretty cool. But really, behind the magic box or MT300 is a lot of technology built in, addressing the specific needs of a customer. So having that flexibility to really pinpoint what do you need, and by the way, we have a solution for you, Aver plus Lenovo, right? Boom. So for us, I think that's what it is. Right.
Oh, interesting. Different topics raised by Rene that I can, of course, confirm as well from my side. I think that our exercise, as you said, Rene, is to be able to translate the needs, the request, and future ideas into solution and integration. And this is the aim, of course, of this bundle and activity and partnership. We hosted as well our channel council, EMEA Smart Collaboration channel council, a couple of weeks ago in Lisbon. And the idea was really to understand from our specialized resellers exactly what they see and what they believe is going to be, let's say, critical as a vendor, leading vendor in this space, to help them and help our customers to accelerate the hybrid collaboration journey. From our side, the exercise that we do when we develop a new technology is really to take into account 3 key points. So our smart collaboration solutions should be ubiquitous. So it means that they need to work everywhere. So I think that that's important. They need to be equitable. So the meeting equity that I've anticipated before. So they need to work for everyone, for the sense of inclusivity. And they need to be seamless. So they need to work every time. So these, no matter the room size or location, it's important to offer a technology that can guarantee these 3 layers approach, let me say. And this is the exercise, and let me say, back to your point, how we can address, from our point of view, the evolving needs of the modern workplaces and remote collaboration. And this can be done, of course, as Lenovo, Aver, other partners, as well as we mentioned Microsoft, together as ecosystem. And the step that it's important, back to Rene's point before, is the certification, to have solutions that are fully certified, homologated, and they can be plug and play integrated, like let's say the bundle that we are presenting here today.
Perfect. And let me add on last March, right, in Lisbon. At the Microsoft Lisbon office, Aver plus Lenovo, we did a session we invited top resellers in the country, right? So we had to sit down, really by invite only, the key resellers in the country, and we really focused on the solution. It was hosted at the Microsoft Lisbon office, and it was a good back and forth of like, okay, we're really talking about scenarios of sizes of rooms or application, and how Aver and Lenovo could work together to deliver the solution. And I think from that particular session, we had several deals that came out of it, right? I mean, from corporate to telecom, implementation, installation, retail, education. So a lot of things came out of that because not everybody was aware of the collaboration or strategic partnership between Aver plus Lenovo. So I think that was a good example of how 2 technologies, right, and specific technologies for the collaboration part of Lenovo, their compute, and from Aver standpoint, the camera, to deliver that to a specific end user, or which is a corporate or education or whatever, right? And then delivered by the reseller who's actually doing the install, right? So I think that was a good one.
Yeah, no, perfect. That's fantastic. And it is earlier on we mentioned more generally about how you guys develop products with scalability and flexibility. I'd like to zone in on this specific combined product that you guys have done, Aver and Lenovo have put together. How does this combined product support scalability and flexibility for businesses of all different kinds of sizes?
Andrea, you want to start with that one?
Yeah, I can take it with pleasure. So I think that we covered some of the key areas already during the previous, let's say, discussion and the question. I think that there are three ways this collaboration and the solution, because we speak about solution, not only hardware, but I said before, hardware, software, and services. With the FAD, for example, as the creation that as Lenovo, we can serve 180 markets at our level. I think this is a big advantage for our resellers and for our customers. So we have a scalability, flexibility, and a full integration, plug and play integration, which is definitely a key advantage to support, as you said at the beginning, Kieran, scalability and flexibility for businesses of different sizes. If we can summarize the top three area, the certification. So this is a recurrent topic, but of course, all devices that are a part of the bundle, the meeting the channel activity that we drive with Rene, with Aver at EMEA level, have been tested and certified by Microsoft for the Teams Rooms solution. First point, the employee experience, the user experience. We can provide a lot of technology, but if the technology is going to be seen as a challenge, we fail in general. So I think it's important the end user friendly approach. So to have a solution that can be easy, simple to initiate, control meetings, share contents, and collaboration. So audio, video, and content sharing. And the third point, we need, of course, to take into account the needs of the IT manager, the IT department. So the easy setup, the troubleshooting, the monitoring, the deployment phase. So Aver camera, in terms of portfolio, are easy to install, configure, and connect to the ThinkSmart core, so to our ThinkSmart, our smart collaboration portfolio platform as MTR compute. So can be the ThinkSmart core plus controller as modular solution, either USB or with a P controller. The latest innovation that we've added the P controller for extra large as well meeting rooms, or the well-known all-in-one solution with the ThinkSmart Hub. Let me say that we really want to push the envelope to provide a great experience for our customers in every meeting room space and auditoriums. And the last point, but not least, is about the post-sales activity, because from Lenovo side, and Rene can share more details afterwards about Aver, but we are able to offer 3 years premier support warranty, which is so important to protect the investment for our customers and for our partners. 3 years premier support, which is the best in class post-sales support that at Lenovo we offer for across the entire portfolio, not only smart collaboration, with the possibility to extend this warranty up to 5 years. Definitely, this is another way to support the scalability and flexibility.
In addition to that, right, we have similar things, but I think three things also for Aver. One is for Aver and Lenovo, we're both manufacturers. We're prime manufacturers, so we make our product. So we have control over quantity, delivery, right, production. We have control over that, right? So if we have like a project for 3,000 rooms, right, we can deliver because we make the product. So we're not dependent on, finding a manufacturer and putting our name on it. No, we are prime manufacturer. Same as Lenovo, we are prime manufacturer. Number two, service, right, and warranty. Andrea touched about 3 years. Same thing with Aver. Our standard warranty is 3 years. For some other cameras, we have 5 years. We have option to buy also the extra 2 years for longer. For tenders or bids. Some require 3 years minimum. Some require 5 years minimum. We comply with that. That's why Aver plus Lenovo is a good match, because we provide the same service. Imagine if you're buying one widget for 1 year warranty and the other widget 2 years. What happens when the other one dies in 1 year, right? So for us, it's a match because we can also offer 3 years. They can also offer 5 years, additional warranty, right? Second is global reach, right? So Andrea mentioned they're in 180 countries. For us, we look at it as countries. We're in 100 countries. As they said, 180 markets. For us, we're in 100 countries. Our products can be bought in 100 countries. In fact, we were, we had a deployment in multiple countries around the world, right? And each of our branch offices, because we're multiple branch offices. Remember, I only manage Europe side, right? The other markets are managed by different offices. We have an office in Japan, U.S. office as well to handle the Americas, which is North America, South America, and U.S. Right. So also with the global reach, both companies can combine. So if we have a project that has or that needs a global deployment, because all these big companies or global companies have branches all over the world. So yeah, they like one, but oh, by the way, how do you ship to India? Can you sell to India? No, because we only do this. So for us, we can deploy. Now, when you sell product to each country, as you know, it has to be certified by that country. It has to be allowed entry into that country. So really, there are limited players who can actually do this on a global basis. Well, Aver and Lenovo, we can do it. So that's why it's another match, right? And I think the last but not the least is really the focus on the people. I think from my side, and now we're also expanding this relationship outside of Europe for Aver, is more global, right? So now we also work with different team members of Lenovo in different countries like APAC or US, right? And then in other markets as well, right? So this, I think, is key as well. So those are really three items for us that I think, and from the scalability question, how to address scalability, right? And I think the position of Aver and Lenovo from the market standpoint, being the manufacturer, offering 3 to 5 year warranty, right? And also availability in multiple countries, I think is key.
Perfect. And I think the points you guys raised there, especially about the global market and about the warranty, ties into my final question before I let you guys go. Obviously, this is a very popular market. What unique selling points do Lenovo and Aver as a partnership bring to the table, would you say?
I think a key point is since we also share channel partners. Right? Meaning we have a channel partner in one country that has both products. We can offer, Aver and Lenovo can offer additional discount if you buy as a bundle together, right? So I think that's one, right? So you have the flexibility of having, a better price if versus buying it by itself. So as a bundle together, right, there's a price advantage, or you get more margins for as far as resellers concerned. Hence, a better price offering to the end user. Okay, so that's one, right? Which is if you look at it at dollars and cents, right? The second part, I believe, is service, right? Like again, right, in other devices that are offering a similar solution, they have 1 year warranty, right? Our standard is 3 years. For projects, we can even go 5. In Lenovo's case, they can actually, go 5 as well. So I think those are key. I mean, that means we believe in our product, right? To have that extended warranty, to guarantee to the customer that, hey, our product is good, man. You don't have no headache. You can sleep at night. And tomorrow when you come to the office, you can turn on, you can push that button, and we can have a good, conference call. Imagine having a call and all of a sudden this thing doesn't work. Somebody's going to get fired for something, right? But in our case, you can sleep, right? And knowing that tomorrow when you wake up and you go to the office, this thing works. And that's key, right? And both companies are really, really focused on delivering the best-in-class solution. And I believe that's key.
No, definitely the reliability is a key point that you are touching, Rene. So I think that this is strategic and a selling point for this partnership collaboration. And we mentioned before the simplicity. So the fact that we are able a plug and play approach. So I think it's important to reemphasize this topic because this is really a plug and play bundle solution in the channel that we can offer to our customer and the resellers. We can say this is going to help as well to bridge the gap, to support a seamless collaboration for Microsoft Teams rooms. So from medium, large, extra large meeting room spaces. Having, of course, one platform, the computing platform, and building around the computer different solution. So with the integration with the Aver cameras according to the customer needs, enabling, as said, a plug and play connectivity for up to larger environments. And I would say as well that another selling point is that we have the solution. So Rene shared, I think, perfectly this topic. We have the services to cover, let's say, complex and global deployment. We have the team, and the team that the fact that there is a specialized team. So Lenovo for example, but I can speak as well on behalf of Rene, knowing the Aver team across EMEA, invested a lot to have a specialized skills to support and to stay close on the field with our customers and partners. And I drive EMEA, but I have my colleagues in North America, in AP, in Latin America, so we can as well create a sort of network across the geos really to help our partners and customers. And this is another selling point to not only offering an hardware, but to offer really a solution-led approach, which is the aim of this collaboration and partnership.
Perfect. No, that was really interesting. Thanks, guys. I think especially that the combination where you do have that global flexibility, but the closeness as well, that relationship with customers where you do have a almost intimate understanding of their needs and requirements. I think that's really fascinating. I think that's what we've got time for today, but it's been a really good session. So thank you to Andrea and Rene for being here today.
Well, thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Andrea. It's a pleasure. Right, and guess what? It's Q4, right? We're gonna go. Always be closing. We're gonna sell stuff, right? So that's the most important part, right?
And thanks again as well from my side for the invite. I think it was a pleasure, and look forward to working together, of course, to accelerate this hybrid collaboration journey together. So exciting times ahead.
Perfect. And thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share on social media. And we'll see you next time. I've been Kieran Devlin of UC Today. Thanks for watching.